welcome to Risa Creates. Today's video is about how I made this moist and delicious rum cake. Now what makes this rum cake so decadent is the rum butter glaze that gets poured after the cake has baked. Now the recipe is from alwaysordersdessert.com, which I will link below for more information. This cake goes for any occasion, whether it's parties, get-togethers, luncheons, you name it. There's never a bad excuse to make dessert. So if you're interested, please stay tuned so we can get started. The tools and ingredients are a 9-inch Bundt pan. I have already greased and floured mine. Half a cup of crushed walnuts. I could only find these chopped walnuts, so I'm going to put them in my food processor and crush them down. 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. The recipe calls for white sugar. I am using pure cane sugar instead. Half a cup of unsalted butter. Half a cup and 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I am using canola oil instead. 1 3/4 cups all-purpose flour. 1/4 cup of cornstarch. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 package of instant pudding, vanilla flavored. 3/4 cups of milk. 4 large eggs. The recipe calls for 3/4 cup of dark rum. I find that it's just a little bit too strong for me, so I'm going to be using half a cup of spiced rum, and it's 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. The first thing you want to do is cream the butter with the 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. Go ahead and cream that together. Then you want to add 3 tablespoons of the oil. The flour. The cornstarch. And the baking powder. And the salt. And you want to mix them all together. The mixture right now just looks like crumbs. So after you've mixed in all the other ingredients, your last dry ingredient will be the vanilla pudding, which you will mix at the end. So throw the entire package contents inside. And mix. In a separate bowl, you're going to whisk together the eggs, the vanilla extract, the rum, the milk, and the remaining oil. Just put everything together. The rum. So now we're going to add our liquid ingredients to our dry ingredients. I've preheated the oven to 325 degrees, and inside my pan I have already placed the chopped up walnuts. So now that the mixture is already completely mixed, we're going to go ahead and pour. Now that the mixture is in the pan, I'm going to go ahead and place it in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes. The ingredients for the rum syrup are half a cup of unsalted butter, half a cup of water, 3/4 cups of granulated white sugar. I'm using pure cane sugar instead, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a cup of dark rum. I'm using 1/4 cup of spiced rum instead. The cake is out of the oven and I have it cooling on a wire rack. Now in a saucepan for the rum syrup, you're going to add the butter, the salt, the sugar, and the water, all on medium heat, and you're gonna just let it simmer together until it's completely melted. The butter has completely melted, the sugar has dissolved. Once the sugar has dissolved and the butter has completely melted, you're gonna remove from the heat and you're gonna go ahead and add your rum to this mixture. As you can see, the cake has been taken out of the pan, and next to it we have the rum butter syrup that we just made. Now you're going to invert the cake back into the pan and pour the syrup on top. I'm just going to go ahead and put the pan back in. Use a spoon, and you just want to pour it on top so that the cake will be completely coated in the rum. All of the rum butter glaze has been poured on the cake. Now we're going to cover it and let it sit for 8 hours. After the 8 hours, the cake is ready to be served. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it's been informative. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. Or if there are any other videos you'd like to see, any other tutorials, please leave them in the comment section as well. Thank you and be blessed.